आज हमारे गेस्ट हैं ऑस्ट्रेलियन बैट्समैन जेक वेदरऑल्ड. I guess this is going to be your first foreign league.
It looks awesome. I've had some really good reports about the quality. Obviously, disappointed it's not in Pakistan.
Any particular bowler that you want to face or you don't want to face?
Yeah, I can't say I want to face Shaheen too much. Hasan looks like an awesome competitor as well. So
You will be playing under Sarfaraz Ahmed, who's a celebrated captain in Pakistan.
he'll be a really cool person to be around. I'm really excited to play, potentially play with him. I'll watch that Champions Trophy match where they won it.
हेलो एंड वेलकम. मेरा नाम है जैद हसन और आप देख रहे हैं क्रिकेट पाकिस्तान. आज हमारे गेस्ट हैं ऑस्ट्रेलियन बैट्समैन जेक वेदरऑल्ड, जो पीएसएल में कोटा ग्लैडिएटर्स की नुमाइंदगी करेंगे. तो आइए उनसे गुफ्तगू का आगाज करते हैं. हाय जेक, हाउ आर यू डूइंग?
Very good, thank you. Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure having you. Now you'll be playing for Quetta Gladiators in the upcoming PSL. I guess this is going to be your first foreign league. So how are you feeling?
Yeah, really excited, mate. It's always been a bit of a dream of mine to travel overseas. And obviously disappointed it's not in Pakistan. I think it'd be really good to go there and experience the culture and stuff like that. It's the best thing about going in one of these leagues and why I wanted to go to the subcontinent and stuff like that. So, but I guess you need to take every opportunity you can. So I'm really excited to play my first international type tournament and get some new experiences outside of the Big Bash, which is really cool.
Yeah. So Australian players like Shane Watson and Ben Cutting have played in PSL before. So what is the general feedback that you have gotten from players about the PSL as a league? And have you watched the PSL matches before?
Yeah, no, I've watched plenty of the PSL. It looks awesome. I've had some really good reports about the quality, which is one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to get over there and face some of the best bowlers around the world, and also some of the best bowlers coming out of Pakistan. Have always been, people talk about the spin, but a lot of the guys I've talked to talk about the pace bowling being really good, and the wickets being a bit more challenging than Australia, with them staying a bit lower and stuff like that. So the players like myself and people that I've talked to, it's a really good challenge for Western-based players who have come from Australia, and the wickets are fast and bouncy, so it should be really cool to play in conditions where they might be a bit different from us and learn a bit about the game, and also learn from the Pakistani players and some of the internationals that you're playing with in my team, so it'll be great.
Yeah, so you talked about the pitches. Now you play most of your cricket in Adelaide, and pitches there tends to support a little bit spin over there as well. So do you think that might help you in Abu Dhabi as well?
Yeah, it does. Obviously playing with Rash quite a bit, getting to face him a lot in the nets. I think it'll help a lot being able to come across and play in the subcontinent and playing conditions where they might hold a bit of spin. And playing Adelaide, it's quite thatchy, the grass, and the wicket spins quite heavily and bounces quite a lot. So I think, the conditions for facing spin, I reckon we're pretty good at getting used to it, and preparing for the tournament in the last couple of days have been pretty spin focused. But I'm sure the quicks there's some really good quicks going around in the PSL. So being able to face them as well, it's if I'm opening or battling in the middle order, there'll be different challenges throughout.
Yeah, now you talked about the quality of bowling. Many foreign cricketers have praised the quality of bowling in PSL. So is there any certain bowler that you are keen to face? Like, Shaheen, Afridi and Hasan are doing very well in international cricket right now. So any particular bowler that you want to face or you don't want to face?
Yeah, look, I can't say I want to face Shaheen too much. He looks like a pretty hard work. I watched him quite a bit on TV and stuff like that. Looks like a quality bowler. Hasan looks like an awesome competitor as well. So to come against them and do well would be awesome. But at the same time, they're really good bowlers and done really well in international cricket for a reason. So to go and compete against them would be great. It might, as a young fella coming and playing against those guys who are bowling so well, it'd be really good to take them down. But at the same time, it'd be an awesome opportunity to just face them and see what I need to work on or what I need to get better at. And it should be a great opportunity to play some really good quality bowling.
True. Now you've had a pretty good BBL season this year, and Quetta have been struggling a little bit with their opening combination, and you did really well in the last few matches of BBL as an opener. So do you think you can fill that gap left by the retirement of Shane Watson, because he used to be a legend for Quetta Gladiators? So, or would you rather prefer playing in the middle order?
Yeah, look, I'm happy to bat wherever I can get a game, basically. But at the same time, Shane Watson's a legend of the game. He's been awesome for the Australian team and all of his franchises he's been to. So if I can do half what he's done in his career and hopefully opening the battings where I'm comfortable doing, so if I get an opportunity about there, I think it'd be a great opportunity for me. But if I get a game, if I either bat in the middle and they want to play someone else up top, then I'm happy to bat in the middle. Obviously during the Big Bash, I did bat in both scenarios and did quite well in both of them. So that'd just be, I'm pretty comfortable bat wherever, and if I can do half as good as what Shane Watson did, then I'm pretty happy. I think it'd be pretty good. We'll go pretty well to winning a few games.
Yeah. And now the replacement draft picks were announced in evening in Pakistan, so I guess it would have been late night in Australia. So how and when did you find out about the news?
Yeah, it was pretty funny. I was actually sitting around a fire at my house. It's winter in Adelaide. It's about 10 degrees or 12 degrees, so it's pretty cold. So I was just sitting around a fire with some friends, and we're just sort of chilling out. And I got a message from my manager saying that I might be available to go. And I was, it's our off season now, so all my domestic cricket's not on, and it's just pre-season. So any excuse to get out of all the running and all the gym work, I'm pretty excited for. So once the offer came through that I was going to get picked up by the Gladiators, I was pretty excited. Just the opportunity basically to go across and play. But yeah, I was just sitting around with some friends having a drink and sitting around at a fire and just relaxing basically. And the world sort of turned around pretty quickly, and I had to try and get my exemptions and stuff to get over to the UAE. So it's been pretty dramatic the last few days.
Yeah. And yeah, you talked about the weather. It's winter in Australia right now, and now you'll be coming to Abu Dhabi where it's going to be scorching heat. So how are you planning to adjust to that?
Yeah, I'm super lucky that I'm actually from Darwin, which is in the top of Australia, which is humid and tropical. So I lived there for 15 years. So I'm used to the heat. I don't know if I'm used to 45 degrees. So I think that should be a bit of a challenge. No matter how much you've played in the heat, I think it's going to be pretty challenging when it's so hot. I've looked at the temperatures; they're just amazing. The amount of how hot it gets there. So I think I've got a little bit of help coming from where I'm from, but at the same time, I've spent so much time in Adelaide where it can get quite cold and can get really hot during summer. But yeah, at the moment it's been 15 degrees, between 10 and 15 degrees most days. So yeah, it should be a bit of a challenge. I'm excited. I'll probably just sit in the sauna for a bit when I get there.
That's true. So now you will be playing under Sarfaraz Ahmed, who's a celebrated captain in Pakistan. He has won the Champions Trophy as a captain, Under 19 World Cup as a captain, PSL as a captain. So what are your impressions of him looking from outside as a leader?
Yeah, he looks like a very animated character, which is, I think, is awesome for your team. I think someone who leads by example. Obviously, I've had a chat with some of the international players that have played against him and had conversations with him and stuff, and they said he's an awesome person, someone that you can approach and just wants the best for the team. So I think that's something that I really value in a captain. And I've watched him play Test cricket and do amazingly well. And I watched that Champions Trophy match where they won it, and it's pretty amazing that I get to rub shoulders with someone who's been there and done it against some of the best in the world, and also led a Pakistani team to some great success. So just being able to be there and around him, probably get some stuff for myself. Obviously, being quite young myself, I'll probably try, ask some questions about how he led, how he helped his team out, and I think he played with some pretty amazing cricketers as well. So I think he'll be a really cool person to be around. I'm really excited to potentially play with him, but also just to talk to him would be awesome.
Yeah, and we talked about your brilliant BBL season this year. So, and now the T20 World Cup is likely to be held in UAE, according to reports for now. And now the PSL is also happening in UAE. You had a great season. Are you looking at PSL as an opportunity to further your claim for a spot in the Australian team? That might help.
Yeah, definitely. It's no lie that Australians have always struggled a little bit coming across to the subcontinent a little bit. So some have done really well, but some have struggled. So if you can go over to those conditions and do quite well, I think it stands you in really good stead because you're not playing in Australia or you're not playing in England where the conditions might be suited to certain batters. Where if you can be adaptable and play in different conditions and have a high strike rate and get your team off to good flyers and opener and stuff like that. I think it holds a lot of weight for your selection, definitely. And just with some of the senior players, Australian players being quite a bit older, there's opportunities potentially that might come up. But at the same time, we've got some pretty amazing opening batters at the moment with Aaron Finch and David Warner. So it's not like spots are too easy to get at the moment in the top order of Australia, but you never know. If I bat in the middle order, might help as well too. So.
Well, I must tell you that PSL has proved to be a lucky charm for many international cricketers. I remember David Milan was playing over here in 2017, and then he went on to play for England. So I hope that you do really well in PSL, and thank you so much for giving us your time today.
No stress at all. I'm really excited. Thanks, man.
Thank you very much.